By definition, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has both pairs of opposite sides parallel. That's all we know. A lot of you said congruent, opposite angles congruent. That stuff is from theorems, not from the definition. Given that RSTQ is a parallelogram, do you know that segment RS is congruent to segment ST? The answer to that is no, because those segments are consecutive sides, so you don't know anything about those. Given that RSTQ is a parallelogram, do you know that angle R is congruent to angle T? That is a yes, because they are opposite angles. Looking here, we know that if this is 65, that's got to be 65 as well. So Y is 65. Y and X, they are alternate interior angles, so X is also 65. And then if I do the math that, if this is 65 here, this angle here has to be supplementary to it, so it's got to be 115. So this angle right here is 115, so Z, which is opposite it, is also 115. Looking at these angles in the middle, or the middle question, if we've got that parallel line, that transversal, if that angle is 85, Z's got to be 85. Oh, I don't want to do that. So Z is 85. If Z is 85, this angle is 56, so Y has to be 39. X is opposite 56, so X has to be 56. Over here, 110 and X are vertical angles, so X has got to be 110. If this angle here is 110, then this angle right here has to be 70. So now if that angle is 70, that one's 70. This angle here has to be 40. Because the idea of all three angles in a triangle have to add to 180. Z then has to be 70 as well. Down here on this question that has opposite sides, 2x plus 5y and 30, you want to set those equal to one another. 2x plus 5y equals 30. And then your other thing that you want to set equal to are those two things, because they are parts of the diagonal, and diagonals bisect each other. So 18 is the same thing as 2x plus 2y. That's a system of equations. What you want to do then is get something to cancel out. I'll cancel my x's, so I'll multiply the bottom by a -1. So x's go away. Gives me 3y equal to 12. So y then has to be 4. If y is 4, we'll plug that back into either one of these equations. 2x plus 2y equals 18, or 2x plus 5y equals 30. But it becomes 2x plus 8 is equal to 18. Subtract 8 from both sides, you get 2x to equal 10. And then obviously x has to be 5. Looking at this final question, you're going to be able to find y by saying those two things equal. So you get 4y minus 5 equals 23. Add 5 to both sides, you get 4y equals 28. So y has to be 7. We're going to find z. You're going to look at this side over here, equal to that side. So I'll take 3z plus 1 is equal to 25. Subtract 1 from both sides, you get 3z is equal to 24. So there you're going to find z to be 8. And the last one, if this is a parallelogram, then you know this angle here and that angle there to be supplementary. So x squared plus 6x plus 140 should equal 180. You have something squared, it's a quadratic equation, so you want to remove this 180 from the right hand side, get everything equal to 0. So you'll be left with x squared plus 6x minus 40 is equal to 0. Now I'm looking for two things that multiply together to give me negative 40 and add up to give me 6. Those are going to be x plus 10 and x minus 4 equals 0. So now you're going to have those two small equations, x plus 10 equals 0, and x minus 4 equals 0. So from that, you're going to find that x is equal to negative 10 from that equation there, and x is going to equal positive 4 from that equation there. And when you plug them back in, they both work, because if I use 4, plug that in to that expression there, x squared, 4 squared is 16, plus 6 times 4 is 24, so you got 16 plus 24 is 40. So 40 is a legal angle measurement. If I do it with the negative 10, plug that in, you get negative 10 squared plus 6 times negative 10. Well, negative 10 squared is 100, and you got minus 60 then, which is 40 again, and 40 is a perfectly fine value. So y is 7, z is 8, and x can be either one of those values there, negative 10 or positive 4. Looking at these bottom questions, a quadrilateral is sometimes a parallelogram. Okay, it doesn't always have to be opposite sides parallel to be a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral just has 4 sides. Parallelogram, however, is always a quadrilateral. If we go back to the definition of parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose both pairs of opposite sides are congruent.